Sal. Today we are doing an interview about the coronavirus. For the first question, it is, what is your opinion about people's reaction about the coronavirus?
My opinion is that there's two sections of people who react to it, which is people who take it lightly and people who take it seriously. I'm on both ends, but mostly on the serious side, because the people who take it calmly, some of them think, well, the flu has killed more people than the virus has, so why should I worry about the virus more than the flu? Which makes a good point, but the coronavirus has killed more people in a more frequent manner than the flu has. And some of them also don't stock up, which you would probably need to stock up because just in case of a lockdown, then you have extra food for a couple of weeks or however long. And the people who take it seriously stock up on stuff in case of a lockdown and take extra precautions like like washing hands a lot and not touching a lot of public things.
Yeah, that's actually so true. A lot of people do that. So, for the next question, we have, how do you think the coronavirus will evolve?
Sargento balance breaks are a perfectly balanced snack any time of day.
Sargento, we're real cheese people.
After an exhaustive all-night search, we were unable to locate Jordan Dolphy, Your Honor. We need to request a continuance.
The way I think that the coronavirus will evolve or mutate is in a more aggressive and more dangerous manner. And I think this because it's had different phases. The first phase, when it was new, it was strong and it was deadly and lethal. But recently it changed mutations, and now it's less deadly, still deadly, but less than the first phase. So I think that it's probably charging up power to strike far more worse than it ever has before, and definitely be worse than the first phase, and be dangerous and lethal.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen too because of, it's starting to make more people get sick by this. So yeah, for our next question we have, how do you feel about schools shutting down?
The way I feel about schools shutting down is it's a good choice, and I think this way because they do this because and in other public locations because they don't want the virus to be spreading as quickly as it could if you did go to the public location with all the other people, because let's say there's 200 people in the school counting teachers. Then one kid has it, spreads it to another kid, that kid spreads it to another kid, and so forth. All the kids that have it bring it to their families get it, they go to work or they also go to school, they give it to other people, etc. And it's a good choice to close down those public areas to like schools, so then the virus doesn't spread quickly throughout America.
Yeah, that's actually so true because the people that aren't really feeling sick because of it, they are actually carrying it and if they just get close to somebody who could possibly get worse with it or like feel bad, basically the people that don't feel anything are basically carrying it to the other people if they do have it. But basically, the next question is, how do you think the coronavirus has affected the country?
I think that the coronavirus has affected the country. In death count, not a lot, but it has caused national fear, and because of how people think it's deadly, which it is in some ways, and it's all overall caused national fear, and has also brought down prices of things, and sometimes even stock prices. But yeah, it has affected our country in everybody having fear, and everybody, and not all prices, but most prices being going up in value.
Yeah, I think it's affected the country with the economy, and basically it's been giving worldwide panic. So yeah, the prices have gone up in stores recently. Like, let's just say cookies. I went to a store, they were $2 like a week ago. Now they're literally $4. So I think it's affected the country with its economy and stuff like that. For the last question, how do you feel about the coronavirus? I know this is a tough question, but
No, I saw a documentary on it though, of one of the actual murderers.
Well, overall, and I think of the coronavirus as a virus that's dangerous depending on who you are and how you act. So who you are depends on what happens to you if you do get it. Because if you're older, then your immune system is weakened, meaning by you can have more severe symptoms than, let's say, a kid would that goes to school a lot and knows the germs and could fight them off easily. And it also depends on what you do, because some people, when they're walking next to a wall, they just drag their arm on it and drag their hand. Their hand gets a virus, and then they touch their face, and then you get the virus or even the coronavirus. And then they might not wash their hands with soap or wash their hands at all, or no hand sanitizer. They might just not really act the way they should, and that depends on how I feel on the coronavirus. Because if you're precautious and you're younger and used to getting germs, then I feel that the coronavirus is still dangerous, but because of who you are and because of what you do, it'll get easier, or the symptoms won't be as bad as they would with somebody who doesn't care or somebody who's an older person.
yeah, it really does depend on what you do and basically what your actions are, and it depends about your choices with your health, and it also depends on what you have. That is true. Yeah, and that's it for our interview. Thank you, Sal, for doing this interview with me.
Yep, thank you for letting me be here, and, yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't show my face, so I'll show it. Hold up. Hello!
Yeah, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe, and shout out to Sal. By the way, just saying, Sal does the thumbnails, so shout out to him also for the